What is up, guys, gals, and non-binary pals? It's your boy, Victorian Genetics, here with another impressions review type video on a movie, spoiler-free, for Captain Marvel. So if you like this, like it, comment with any sort of comment about Captain Marvel or whatever have you. Big part of why I like to do the YouTube videos is for the interaction and what have you. And then subscribe for more videos, because there's always tons more videos coming out, discussion videos and all sorts of stuff like that. So let's just jump right into it. This movie is good compared to every other movie in the world, right? You put it in the vacuum of just Marvel movies, and it's on the low side. It's on the low side compared to all the other Marvel movies for me. It's not a bad movie inherently, just in that vacuum, right? You compare it to the DC movies, it's definitely better. Although Shazam is definitely better. But that's a whole different thing. So the first act of the movie is pretty good overall. There's a lot of weird exposition and a lot of like, we're establishing mystery and like all this other sort of stuff. And that's not inherently bad. It's just a little weird to get thrusted into Captain Marvel. And we're just immediately establishing there's a mystery. Who is she? What is all this? La la la. And then you get to the middle act, which is all this. They've set up mystery, like why does she know stuff about Earth, and why does she, all these types of things that are mysterious. I'm using that word way too much. The second act is lacking. That's where I'm trying to get at. The first act, solid setup. The second act is still just more weird setup. It's very low on action. It's got a crime partner type vibe to it, which isn't inherently bad. But in this case, for a Marvel movie, I'm not really expecting that a crap ton. So that just felt weird to me. It slows down a lot in the second act. The first act has enough action. It's decently okay on humor. The acting is really good all throughout the movie. But the first act and the third act, really solid. The middle, it slows down. Like a lot. It was hard for me to keep interest. I was like, you're putting all these puzzle pieces onto the board and you're taking forever to piece them together. Let me know who Captain Marvel is. Let's get some stuff going. It was just weird. The soundtrack is good. It constantly alludes back to the time frame that it's set in. The settings and everything all look like they're back from that setting. They even have like little really funny references. I laughed about it. Like you see like Blockbuster signs and stuff like that, which is like, what's Blockbuster? It's just kind of gone. People watching this movie that are only like 14, 15, something like that, probably won't super know Blockbuster, but it's just funny stuff like that. And then the acting's all pretty good. Brie Larson's good. All of them were good. It's just the writing is the main issue. Like the action even in itself wasn't bad. The ending had really cool action. The beginning had some pretty cool action. And I guess not even really the writing per se. It's just there's a really weird pacing lull right in that second act that just kind of dulled the movie down for me. The jokes all felt marvelly. They were funny. It had the serious yet somewhat lighthearted pacing to it, or not pacing, lighthearted vibe to it that a normal Marvel movie would have, except for, Infinity War and Endgame, which I will have an impressions video for that. So be sure to subscribe if you want to see my impressions and an eventual spoiler discussion on that after I see it on the 27th. Had to see it a day late because we reserved the tickets a little bit too late, but that's a completely different story. So yeah, the movie is good. Definitely recommend go seeing it, even though it's a bit late. This video is a bit late. I definitely recommend seeing it, or once it comes out on DVD, buying it or renting it. Whatever it is you're gonna do, just definitely go see it. Definitely see it. It's good. In the Marvel vacuum, it's on the lower side, but in the scope of all movies, it's good. The movie critically, if I were to give it a score, I don't really like scores because everybody just tries to it's putting a quantification on something and people live by the score and that's it. But if I had to give it a score, which I will, I would probably say a 7 out of 10. Right? It's solid. It's got some issues. It's pretty far above average, which for me, average would be middle of the pack of 5. So if a movie for me gets a 5, it's pretty average. This movie is not average compared to all movies, which is what the scale would need to go according to. If I was going to rate it compared to other Marvel movies, it's probably like a 6 or a 5, right? I'd have to rewatch all the Marvel movies to know for sure, but most of them have more impactful moments to me than this one does. And even the pacing issues and like the weird who's Captain Marvel thing and everything, people will tell you, oh, it's an origin story, it's supposed to be set up like that. I didn't feel weird, boring lull moments. Like, not lull, like lullaby, lull moments, sleepy moments with, Iron Man, Thor, Guardians of the Galaxy, Black Panther, freaking none of those, Ant-Man, none of them had these weird pacing issues to me. I don't know exactly how else to say it. It's just a weird pacing thing. The middle act was just very... I'm invested a little bit, but a lot of the investment was, this is a Marvel movie, and she plays a part in Endgame. So, just a little bit weird. But that's all for me. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and let me know what you think, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.